Right, we're here with Lady Demons co-head coach Brooke Stoehr. Coach, busy week, kind of a strange scheduling in December. You had 3 games in 6 days to start the month. You took 8 days off. You have 3 games again in 6 days, starting with yesterday's loss to Texas. How hard is it to keep a rhythm going, and how hard is it to get the girls in a rhythm at this point of the season?
Well, I think the main thing is keeping them focused on what we're trying to do. Last week and kind of right now we've had finals going on, and I think sometimes their minds can get distracted, and as a staff we've got to do a really good job of making sure, okay, when you're out here for these 2.5 hours, that we're really focused on getting better as a team and getting better as an individual. And for us, this past week was really good because we spent a lot of time correcting and reflecting on the previous 3 games, and so I think that was a good week for us of, okay, what areas do we need to improve in, and what can we do to get better as a team and as a group.
You just said it there, focus. You've played the number 3 team in the country yesterday. You played the number 5 team in the country 12 days ago. In between there was a Grambling game where you weren't really happy with the effort. It wasn't what you wanted. How important is focus going into playing UAM and Jackson State in the next 6 days before you go face yet another ranked team in Oklahoma State?
Well, I think it's extremely important. Number one, we get back at home, and I think anytime you play at home, there's a comfort level there and with our players, and so we're looking forward to being able to get into a flow offensively. And how do we do that? We've got to attack the basket. We've got to get to the free throw line and get easier shots. So that's something that we focused on and concentrated on. The hard thing is we worked on that all week last week of getting easier shots, and if you're not shooting the ball well, let's get an easier shot. Well, how do we do that? We get the ball reversed, we attack closeouts, we get the ball into the paint, go inside out, get to the free throw line, and you go face the number 3 team in the country where we're severely outmatched from a size standpoint. So it's almost like you're working on that stuff all week, and then you get to the game and you go, okay, we're going to throw it inside and 6'5" is going to swat it out of the way. But I thought our players did a really good job of getting the ball reversed and executing offensively, and I thought we got some good looks. We had a couple of back doors there in the first half, and that's something that we've got to start looking for more often. And we'll get better. I think that the biggest thing for us is just where we are right now and where we'll be in March, and hopefully those are 2 different things.
And I think defensively you probably got better within the game. Texas hits 10 of its first 15 shots. You hold them to 6 of 15. There was a point where they went 6.5 minutes in the first half without scoring a point, and we talked about it after the game, but putting in Nay Sanko and T. Youngblood, 2 freshmen, very energetic along that back line, really helps you, pressure the passer and keep some of those balls out of the front line of Texas.
I thought they did a really good job. I went back and watched the film on the way home, and that particular group, they had great energy level, had very good intensity about them. Some added length and size, I think, helped on that back row, but I'll be honest, having Presley Owens playing the forwards position, covering out on those 3-point shooters when they caught on the wing, it's an area of improvement we have to have, and she did that as well as anybody. And usually it's, Amy and Chelsea, who are guards, who should be able to move better than her. And I thought Presley just did a really good job of anticipating, having her feet pointed in the right direction, and just being really fundamentally sound. But I thought that particular group did a really nice job. So that was something big for us kind of moving forward. Do we go with more of a traditional 2-post lineup and as opposed to the 4-guard lineup that we've kind of been playing all year long? So it's something to tinker with and look at, but I was proud. Tia and Nay didn't go in with, the deer in the headlight look, and they competed, and I thought they had great energy and awareness about them.
And Tia certainly has given you a presence on the boards when she's been in. Nay also a lot of activity, but the ability of Tia to get offensive rebounds, most of hers actually have come on the offensive end. That's seems to be a pretty innate ability she has.
She does. She has a knack for going to get the ball. Now we got to get her to go finish it after she gets it. And I think that, yesterday's a great example of that. She gets a really tough offensive board and then tries to put it on the floor and loses it. And yesterday is a great teaching moment for those 2 as far as competing at the highest level and what you have to do from a strength and just toughness standpoint to maintain possession of the ball and to be able to go up and know that I can't take Nneka and Impali one-on-one when she's the best shot blocker in the country. I've got to be able to get her in paint, get her up off the floor, and then create for somebody else or draw a foul.
We've talked about shuffling lineups now. Tashina Moore's been out the last couple of games with a knee injury. You've had to shuffle some offensive pieces. Are they beginning to find their roles without Tashina a little bit?
I think so. Some of that is just we've got to figure out if we're going to go with 4-guard lineup, we're going to play the 2 posts or what for the majority of the time. And the biggest thing is we missed Tashina's toughness and her ability to attack and get by somebody and her ability to rebound the basketball. She was leading us in rebounds at the time, and when she went out, and we're just not going to have that. So we've challenged everybody to get a couple more rebounds a game, and until we get that from a consistent basis, we're going to struggle a little bit. But I think that the biggest thing is they've realized, okay, we don't have her, this is what we have to do, and it happens. Everybody's going to lose somebody at some point during the season, whether it's an injury or whatever, a sickness or an illness, or somebody just doesn't play well. So we've got to be able to deal with that. It's a little bit of adversity and meet it head on, and let's go get better.
Thanks, Coach.